8:51 a.m. and it's time now to look at South Africa and 11 other countries that have been removed from the UK travel red list. We speak this morning to Dr. Unathi Sonwabile Henama, who is a lecturer at the Tshwane, tourism lecturer at the Tshwane University. Uh, Dr. Henama, good morning to you, sir, and welcome to the show. Dr. Henama, good morning. We're having a bit of a problem listening to Dr. Unathi Sonwabile Henama. We will try and get hold of him on a better line. But in essence, what has happened is the UK has removed South Africa from the red travel list. Dr. Henama, good morning to you.
Good morning to you and good morning to all of the beautiful listeners.
It's wonderful that you are able to join us this morning. Now, we are in the holiday season, people are wanting to travel, and we see the UK now removing South Africa from the travel red list. Now, I'm sure this is very welcome in the country at this point in time.
Now, these are welcome news because, the UK is the major source market to South Africa. When you look at international markets that visit the country, the UK contributes nearly 400,000 tourists that come and visit the country every year. They're not just normal tourists. These are people who've got friends and relatives here, and also people who own second homes and holiday homes here.
Yes. Now, I see quite a few other countries in Africa have been included. These include the likes of Angola, Botswana, Eswatini, Lesotho, Malawi, Mozambique. So it appears as if most of these countries are from Africa, saying that entry was allowed to UK citizens. But at the end of the day, what are some of the other restrictions? Do they still need to quarantine? And with the Omicron variant at this point in time, what are some of the concerns?
No, remember, after they put in the red list, it meant that they don't allow people from South Africa to come in, but their citizens, if they are returning, they were supposed to go for a 14-day quarantine at a hotel at their own cost. And unfortunately, that's because it was both scientists from South Africa and also Botswana that indicated the existence of this Omicron variant. But I believe if you look at it, it had a negative impact on tourism towards this area because we are very far, remember, in the UK, and Europe is a very, very small country. South Africa is bigger than Europe. But you find that when they visit South Africa, they want to also visit the major attractions around neighboring countries. So this actually had a neighborhood impact in dining tourism in the SADC region, specifically in Southern Africa.
Yes. Now, again, I think just looking at it from a South African perspective, because I'd like to just understand what this actually means for people coming apart from just those that are returning to South Africa, but looking at other travelers coming in for various reasons, whether it's for business or whether we're looking at it for leisure travel as well. And South Africa, to a large extent, reliant on foreign travelers or foreign tourists in the country. And we've seen this. We see it in the Western Cape. In fact, I was in Cape Town not very long ago. And we could see the impact that with no tourists in the country, what it's actually doing for tourism in the country in general.
First and foremost, let's always understand tourism is the second largest employer after mining. 2.6% of GDP that it produces, and got more than 800,000 direct employees in the tourism sector. Now, when the tourists don't come, it has an impact because domestic tourism is declining for the past 4 years, which made the country dependent on a lot of regional tourists and also tourists from foreign countries. So when the foreign tourists are no longer here, a lot of the tourism value chain got challenged. And a lot of tourism operators were now almost exclusively catering for foreign markets. I mean, if you look at Botswana is only catering for foreign tourists. So possibly they have got a much worse experience than us because of the pandemic which is called COVID-19. So, as a country, obviously we are a developing country. We're not a first world country. We're not China, because China was able to recover quickly because it has so many local tourists and their economy is growing. But because our economy has been declining, then this led to this great decline in domestic tourism, which obviously has created a lot of financial challenges for many countries, many destinations, many businesses, and many small-owned enterprises.
Yes. Now, also, I think just what is important is to look at our government and their position now. We know we are anticipating some sort of an announcement coming through from President Cyril Ramaphosa against this new variant and looking at some of the measures. Now that the UA has taken off, off this red list, just looking at South Africa and in terms of any possible announcement as far as restrictions go. What should the government be thinking about, Dr. Henama?
First and foremost, I don't think our government will have restrictions this year. Because remember, we can't be complaining especially about regulation, red listing, and then when these tourists come and visit us, we close our borders. It doesn't make sense. I believe as South Africans, we have learned how to coexist with the COVID-19 pandemic and this new variant. I think we have learned how to coexist. But I think the most important thing government should be doing is to have a positive message about vaccination. Let's take vaccination to the busy points of entry. Let's take vaccination to the people now, because the majority of the vaccination has been happening in hospitals. As people travel, as people go and travel all over the country, let's be at places where people converge. Let's be at Montrose. Let's give people free vaccination at Montrose. So we need to be more streetwise about how we do our vaccination campaigns during this festive period.
Hmm. And just as far as local travelers are concerned, because we are now in the holiday season, we know that many people have made plans, but also some of them have been very skeptical. They put some of their plans on hold and in anticipation of an announcement that this possibly could impact on them. What sort of advice would you give local travelers?
No, I believe travelers all over the world are choosing destinations much closer to home should anything happen. But I believe as South Africans, let's learn to find out what is unique about our country. What are the one-on-one things to do in KZN? What are the one-on-one things to do in Gauteng? What are what are the hidden gems? Places which are not popular, but places where when I go there, I have a unique experience that a lot of people have not experienced. I mean, for example, in Durban, there's that place where they catch the snakes, where they've got this show on DSTV about the snakes, Snake City. That could be a hidden gem that somebody could just investigate. And the beautiful thing is we've got kids. And then with the kids, we can use the devices and say, guys, let's look for something new. Don't tell me about the typical stuff. Tell me an attraction which people don't go to, and let's go and have an adventure. So I think let's support these small enterprises that we have in each of our cities, so that at least they're able to have a festive 2022, so that because they've earned a bit of money during this December period.
Well, Dr. Henama, thank you very much for that and for your time with us this morning here on Salam Media on News and Views. We wish you all the best and please take care.
Thank you, sir.
Dr. Unathi Sonwabile Henama with us this morning, tourism lecturer at the Tshwane University of Tshwane, and also at the same time looking at South Africa, but also foreign travel, but also many people that have made plans to travel within South Africa. We're talking about locals, and some of them have been pretty skeptical. Some of them have expressed concern with regard to whether they should still continue traveling. But again, in anticipation of this announcement of the government. But let's hope that sanity prevails at the end of the day. The time is just headed for 9 a.m. We're heading for the news to the Al-Ansar newsroom. Tabile Duma is standing by.
Breaking stereotypes.